Hi, welcome in everyone. I just felt like hanging out again and complaining about people because social media has been really annoying today, and so I gotta talk about that for a little while. I just had a completely pointless conversation with someone. He was basically defending Chick-fil-A for uh, doing horrible stuff based on the fact that a person can change their their beliefs, and you have to not dismiss someone based on their current beliefs and you know things like that. And I was just like, first of all, I've not done that. I've not condemned anyone in my comment. I was just saying that his argument that Chick-fil-A has good intentions is pointless and completely false, because that's what he said. He said that at least Chick-fil-A cares. That's what he was saying. He was saying that at least Chick-fil-A cares and tries to make the world better, and that was his point. That was his argument, and that was like, that would be like if they were cutting someone's leg off because they're tattooed and go, oh, but this is a tattoo, they're going to hell, I'm saving them. That's basically what they're doing with trans rights and gay rights and whatnot, LGBTQ plus rights. That's pretty much it. I was trying to explain it in a very brutal but simple way to him. That his argument doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to go. They're doing this in the best interest of people. Oh yeah, by sure, by dismissing completely the rights of people who are suffering. Anyway, and he was like accusing me of threatening people, but I didn't threaten anyone. Even said clearly in my comment that personally I'm not bashing people who eat there, because I do believe that you have to hold the corporations and the companies accountable for their actions. But like, we gotta give people some slack at some point. And yeah, it does frustrate me when people support those brands. But also, I'm not there to judge and be harsh with them. I'm not gonna go to their face and be like, you're stupid, you're eating at Chick-fil-A, or you're disgusting, you're buying at Hobby Lobby. I don't do that. Well, if you do, of course, I understand. I'm just saying that personally, it's not something I do, but I will most certainly um talk badly about the companies themselves, and I will never support any of them. I live in Canada anyway. They're not active here. We don't have Hobby Lobby in Canada. We don't have Chick-fil-A. Not that I know of anyway. Um, I know there is no Hobby Lobby because I would have known about it by now. Because I'm a crafty person, I would have known. But yeah, no, we don't have that here. But I'm just saying, like, and that guy was so US centric. He was like, that's why we're in the red and blue, blah, 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 debate, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I'm Canadian. I don't give a flying single, you know what, about that. You get to hear me rant and vent about that. So I'm sorry for that. I just felt like coming on. I know that my friend Ian will really appreciate what I'm saying right now, because that guy was full of BS. You know, he was full of very, very big BS, accusing me of threatening people and all that stuff. No, I'm not threatening anyone. I'm just saying that your argument doesn't make any sense. Uh, you're condoning them trying to destroy our rights. Oh, and also he called me non-binary to disprove some of my points, and I was just like, okay, I'm not non-binary, but even if I was, like, that really means that I shouldn't be mean to someone who hurts me. I was not even being mean to them, simply saying that I don't agree. he was strawmanning me. He was making up arguments in my mind that I did not even say. All I said what was that I disagree with what they're doing. That's all I said. That's all I. That's the only thing I said. Well, with some analogies and whatnot, but I didn't threaten anyone. I even said I wasn't gonna dismiss anyone uh, for supporting these places. I even said that very clearly. So I don't know. He was just looking for a fight. I think he was just being nasty. But yeah, people on that post were really nasty, and I really hope the admins will take that down because that has no space uh, in a in a place that's supposed to be safe for people to express themselves. People just being nasty. Well, that happens over political debate wherever space you're in. But yeah, the puppy group tends to remove posts like these, and I'm sure they will eventually. They haven't gotten to it yet, but yeah, I just hope that will be deleted. But that guy, he made absolutely no sense. He made no sense whatsoever. Right now, my hands hurt, so I'm just taking it easy. But I just thought I'd finish this, and then after that, at least I will have that started. So I will have the yellow done. And I'm also currently making a purple one. I've not done that today. I was making Sam today, but I'll also be replacing the purple one that I have made, that I've sent Mr. Yarndall and Dawn as well. They have twins, little kitties, so I did need to replace that. So that's why. Yeah, and one more for my shop, the yellow one. After that, I'll just be missing four of them: the fuchsia, the orange, the coral, which is kind of more like dark neon orange, really, but I call it coral to differentiate it, and the white. Oh, by the way, I have hefty bills and the necessities to buy, also saving up for rent so I don't rush at the end of the month like I often do. So if you enjoy my lives and or you want to support me, um, go over on my Ko-fi. The link is right there in the chat. You can donate. You can buy some of my cross stitch charts. I'm thinking of adding some of my crochet patterns on there. I'm already on Ribbler, and some of them are on Etsy as well. But I'm thinking I might add a few and just like price them differently, just because this is a crowdfunding platform, and so people can put whatever amount they want in the little box, up to a certain minimum, like over a certain minimum, I mean. So I'm thinking of doing that, and I think that will be pretty good. Yeah. So yeah. And if you want to buy some of my zombie kitties, here this is the yellow one. But if you want to buy some of them, my Etsy link is also in the chat, and I have all my plushies, all my shawls. I have a bunch more things. I have some friendship bracelets in my Etsy. And I have some stitch markers that are discounted at the moment. I'm not gonna keep them in my shop. I'm gonna remove them at some point. So if you want to grab that, it's kind of your last chance. I think you have until the end of the month or something like that. Basically, I'm gonna remove them before it renews, before the listing automatically renews, or I'm just gonna remove the renew button. I have this listing and I have another one with little bells. But I'm just gonna put the link for this one now. But yeah, you have a bunch of cute friendship bracelets as well if you're into that. Mm, I have quite a few of the pop culture ones. So so if you like any of those things, go ahead, check it out. I have a Friends one. It's really cool. I used to like Friends. I don't really anymore. But yeah. And I have some Legend of Zelda bracelets. The Pokemon one was sold. And I have one with YouTube's logo, which I'm really fond of. And I have a Minions one, a Star Wars one, and a Hello Kitty bracelet. Oh, that one, the Hello Kitty has been sold. All right. But yeah, I have a bunch of cute, nice ones. I had a 7 Up one. That one is sold. My cousin bought it. She liked it. She thought it was funny that I had that. And here I have a bunch of colorful ones as well. These are really cool. These are neon thread, and so they're really, really bright, as you can see in the photos. I took these in the sun, and I had a really hard time capturing the right colors. So, like, some of them look a little bit dark. I'm sorry about that, but let me tell you, these are not dark at all. These are very bright. And two of them, no, three of them have sold out, but I still have three of them. I still have number 2, number 4, and number 6. So yeah, which are really cool. They kind of have like zigzaggy things, diamond shapes, things like that. Personally, I really like them. I don't really wear bracelets anymore. I used to wear them a lot. It's not really something I enjoy that much anymore. But yeah, you can just go on my friendship bracelets category to see all the ones available. And basically, there's a bunch of them. I have a ton of them, actually. And I'd really like to sell them because I want someone to enjoy them. So I have a bunch of Christmassy ones, you know, and I don't think any of them have sold. I have a snow person. I have some festive flowers, which are basically some holly. Um, I have string lights, really cool with the little sparkles. I want to show you those ones. So yeah, just a bunch of bracelets. Really, I want to sell them. So yeah, I have some with some holly on it, and I have two different ones. I have little bells. Oh, the bells are cute because it's all red and sparkly. And then I have some metallic threads in it, like the DMC light effects. I have some Santa hats with sparkle again. Those holiday bracelets that I made all have some sparkles. I apologize for my cough here. Sorry about that. But yeah, some nice bracelets. Some little Christmas trees. That one is one of the most annoying method you can use for friendship bracelets. I really don't like that method. This is called the 1-2-1-2 method because all the knots you make are front like forward, backward, forward, backward, forward, backward, and it's the most annoying knot. And I have little candy canes ones, really cute. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I have a few other ones. Like feel free to browse through. But yeah, if you want to support me, Etsy is an option. So I have a bunch of cool stuff on there. Mm. So yeah, I was complaining about that guy being so weird. And I just want to make it clear, like sometimes I am abrasive about topics, but I'm always willing to discuss things with people. Very rarely am I really trying to be on edge or attacking about those things. I just I'm just calling for compassion really, but it really triggers me and aggravates me when people lack compassion because first of all that is a childhood trauma symptom to be on edge about people who lack compassion. But I've always been really really sensitive to that. And I just think the world would be really better if we had just a little bit more compassion and love for people and more understanding. But yeah, I just cannot deal with someone um, accusing me of threatening people just because I said I don't like Chick-fil-A. I'm not threatening anyone. I'm just not liking the brand. No, it's just I choose not to shop there. Even if I were living in the States, I would not buy there. I would not eat there. That's just not something I'm interested in. So, by the way, since we're talking about a company that hates queer people, there, something queer. Click on that. Go see my rainbow shawl. It's very pretty. If you're queer and you want to buy it, go ahead. And I hope it treats you well. I hope you like it. It's one of the best shawls I think I've made. This is the virus shawl pattern by Obi. You can find it in the on the hobby website, and I've linked it as well in the description of the item, I think. Yeah, I wrote the name of the pattern there. That was before I knew how to fetch link and put them in the description and whatnot. I know how to do that now. I know that it's possible now. Before I didn't know that you could put links in Etsy description because in some websites you can't do it, but there you can. So I gotta update a bunch of stuff to be honest with you. And some of the things in my Etsy are not really up to date. But my description is my shop announcement. I said that clearly. I'm thinking about making categories for shawls. I think I should make a category for my shawls and I'll have them in one space. That could be a good idea. We're gonna do that now. I'm gonna rest my hands at the same time because kinda need it to be honest with you. Editing option. Add the listing. No, that's not what I want. Oh, sections. Manage. Ah, shawls. Okay. And now I'm just gonna take all the shawls. I think that in the end, I'll just make categories for like amigurumi, plushies, shawls. Will have their own, obviously, because that's what I'm doing now. But yeah, just to separate it further and make it easier to browse through because right now it's really tough for people, I think. Okay, I don't have shawls in the second page, so now I can just um change section. Shawls. Apply. But yeah, that guy, he was wildly weird. there we go. We just put the shawl section at the top. Oh, I should put the other ones up. Hmm. Okay, we need the plushie section. Good. So I'm just gonna do that now. This is a plushie. Should have one for hats, but I don't have enough hats yet. So I think that for hats, I'm just gonna leave it as is for now. I don't have many. I have maybe like 3 or 4 or something like that. But I have a lot of plushies and stuffies and you know the things. I have a lot of the things. Oh, I don't know if the holiday treats count as a plushie. I'm gonna say they do. No, no, no. They'll stay in the crochet items for now, at least. But I have the hearts, the little snow people. Oh, the eyeball witch thing. I like the eyeball witchy. Okay. Now that we put that crochet plushies. Apply, and then the rest goes in the crochet section because I don't have enough of the other stuff. So yeah, if you come into my live now ish soonish, you'll see just me venting and ranting about a bunch of random uncool stuff and complaining about Chick-fil-A. To be fair, I was frustrated by that guy. Oh, by the way, I'm just gonna have a short bathroom break, so I'll be right back. If you come in while I'm here, you will see my message. I don't really have a good screen right now because, yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Oh, winter is here. Winter is here. Uh, I'm kind of tired, but at the same time, also very lonely today. That's why I've been basically streaming all day on and off, trying to get some company. Sometimes you just feel like you need that. Oh boy, the guy replied to me. Well, because a bunch of people are attacking each other in the comments, and I was just like, hell no, I don't support those guys. And I'm not telling anyone where they should eat at, but I'm not supporting Chick-fil-A. There's no way. So that's what I said, and the guy was like, stop threatening people, stop saying they're evil. I've not done that. I've not done that. Anyway, some people are just like trying to really get it out of you. And so that guy was like, "But you're non-binary. Stop, blah blah blah. Because Christian are mean to you. You should be nice to them." I'm not non-binary. I'm agender, my guy. Plus, I said trans in my message. You can call me trans. Call people what they identify as. Don't make up labels for them. That's rude. That's not okay. If I say I'm not non binary, don't call me non binary. There's nothing wrong with being non binary. It's completely fine. I have a lot of friends who are non binary. I support them. But I'm not, and I didn't tell you I was, so you're not allowed to say I am. That's as simple as that. I'm ranting right now. But yeah, it's just that if someone tells you their label is something, don't label them as something else just because you don't agree that they belong to a category or something. Just to be clear, when we say trans, we don't mean trans doesn't mean transition. It doesn't mean that you are that you have medically transitioned. It doesn't even mean that you have socially transitioned. Trans, the prefix trans, it is a prefix. It is the opposite of the prefix cis. Cis like cisgender. Cis means same as. So cisgender means it's not a slur. A lot of people will say that it's a slur to like try and confuse the people into thinking it's it's like trans people being hateful and whatnot and being mean to cis people, but all cis means the prefix, it means same as. That's what it means, like on the same side as. So when you say cisgender, you add the gender part to that. It just means that you're the same gender as the sex you are born with, like your biological sex. That is all it means. And trans means opposite as, on the other side as. So all it means really is that you identify differently to what you were born as. You don't identify with your biological sex. That's all being trans means. And I know that a lot of people try to gain exclusivity of the label and whatnot, but a lot of people use trans as the umbrella term to mean anyone who doesn't align with their assigned gender at birth. That is my case. I have not medically transitioned. I do have transition goals. I'm thinking about either top surgery or a breast reduction that would be significant enough for me to hide my boobies, while I'm out, but not have to wear a binder because that does trigger more gender dysphoria than it is removing for me, so I don't wear a binder for that reason. But yeah, basically, I'm just trying to explain right now. I'm not trying to be mean to any of you guys. I'm just explaining that this is what it means. That's what the terminology is used as. But yeah, don't let anyone convince you that you cannot identify as trans because you've not done surgeries or you don't plan to, or because you don't experience gender dysphoria, because that is what the term means. The term just means you don't identify with your assigned gender at birth. And so that's my assigned gender is female. I'm agender. I don't have a gender identity. I don't fit in with male. I don't fit in with female. I don't fit in with non-binary. Personally, it's not right for me to identify as non-binary because for me that would still mean that I have a gender, and for me it kind of feel restrictive because I don't feel like I'm part of this. So, I'm just trying to explain right now. Sorry, I just need to count the rows to make sure I don't go overboard. I think I just need one more. Yeah, I just need one more, so we are good on this. But yeah, absolutely not trying. I know that some people think I'm offended because I've seen some things, but I know that some people think I'm offended about the whole thing. But really, no, I'm just trying to advocate for myself and explain things to people. And I'm just trying to explain what it's like. And I'm just trying to explain my experience as a trans person and as a gender person. Just trying to bring like understanding and love to that part of human experience. I just wanna open up about it. I just wanna be open and share. That's pretty much my intentions with this. I know that to some people it comes across as I'm really angry at them, but I'm not. Unless you are misgendering me on purpose and refusing to respect me, then yes, I would be angry at that. But if that's not what you've done, I don't have anything against you. If you're supportive, but if you make mistakes, but you're really willing to learn, I'm all for that. We're all human, and I misgender and dead name myself sometimes because I'm used to that name as well, even from birth. Like, when everyone calls you a name for your whole life and then you suddenly change, of course your brain goes back to that sometimes. And it's not because I'm not 100% in phase with my trans side, that has nothing to do with it. It's just force of habit, really. So, sometimes I accidentally misgender myself. A lot of us do it, by the way. A lot of us misgender and dead name ourselves. Some of us will say they never do it, but a lot of us do. I swear. I know a bunch of trans people, and most, if not all of them, have said at some point that they accidentally did it to themselves. So, just want you to understand that. It doesn't make it okay to misgender them just because they've done it accidentally, you know? But yeah, I just want to make sure you understand, guys. I hold some space for mistake and for human error, just as long as you're respectful of me, of who I am, who I identify as, just as long as you're open to that and you're not trying to dismiss my needs. I will hold some space and some love for you. Error is human. It's totally okay. We make mistakes all the time. Just as long as you're trying to learn from it and you're not trying to just um, dismiss what we say, then it's, you know, just as long as you're willing to learn, I will accept that. I know that some people are doing their best. I just want tolerance, I just want acceptance and compassion, empathy for our situation. Because I know that I do sound really intense sometimes, but I want to assure you that is just the RBF thing and the talking very passionately. I'm not actively feeling mean about it. But I will say one thing though, if you're trying to relate to me by saying you have trans experience, but it's nothing like that, and actually you're just trying to use it to dismiss my points, that I don't take too kindly to. It's happened a few times. People will send me things like, well, we've all felt like that at some point. It doesn't mean you're trans, and things like that. And that I don't take kindly to, because you're not trans for having one or two little life experiences. It's different. Like, being curious about gender, exploring gender, those are all things that are possible and that are not mutually exclusive. You can be trans and explore. You can also be cisgender and explore. But just like the thing is that for trans people, it's constant in your mind. You know that even if you don't exactly know who you are yet, there's always this one thing that tells you you're not who you were assigned who you were assigned to be at birth. You know that's the only thing I will say. There's always that feeling that something is different, and that you just haven't found exactly what it is yet. But that is what I will say. Because sometimes people like to say, "Oh, I'm trans as well." No, they don't say that. They say like, "Oh, but I've had this thing happen to me, so that would mean like, you know, that means you're not trans because I'm not trans, but I've felt this thing that a lot of trans people feel." So that I'm not making much sense right now. I apologize. I guess what I'm trying to say is some people will use some either confusion or little things they did not understand about themselves until a later age to try and dismiss trans experience. I've had um, um, previous friend who's not really a friend anymore, but just a person I used to talk to in the yarn community like months ago. Um, and she was basically saying she supports um, gays against groomers, which is a very bad transphobic organization. And she was using as a reason for that a ton of very bad reasons. But one of the things she said to me was, "Oh, I was never happy about being a woman until I met my husband. So maybe if you get married, Winter, you will feel like me and you will understand what it's like to be a woman." And I was just like, "No thanks, I'll stay single. Thank you very much." So that's what I mean by sometimes cis people try to dismiss our experiences because of their own. So I tried to explain to her, "My dear, just because you were not feeling at peace with being a woman, and then because you met your husband and you liked having, that's what she was saying, that having sex with him made her change her mind about that. But just because you've experienced that doesn't mean you're trans, doesn't mean you can equate to my feelings about being trans, about not identifying with my gender at birth, about feeling really bad about all of this." But she was saying that basically children should wait and see that getting married will make them feel better, like not something like that. She was like, "They're too young to tell," which is something transphobes really like to use against us. But I knew from a young age, even if I couldn't put my finger on it and tell exactly what it is, I knew that being a girl felt weird. I didn't understand what being a girl meant really. For me, it didn't really make any sense. I just wanted to play with boys because it was just, uh, because I was more attracted to boy games, and there's no gender associated with toys, of course. Oh, I did a very big mistake. Oh no, hold on. I'm supposed to decrease by sixes, not by eights and have been decreasing every 8 stitches. Winter, you should not be crocheting right now. Not where not when you're venting and complaining. But yeah, anyone who in my book supports a very transphobic organization and then tries to dismiss my life experience as a trans person and trying to tell me that we're forcing people into things they do not feel comfortable in by just being ourselves. A person like that is not a friend in my book. So I'm not friends with her anymore. I'm basically kind of avoiding talking to her right now because she is a person who went down so many rabbit holes lately, and it's being feeling really dangerous. And I understand like that's really isolating for a person, but also gotta keep myself safe. I want to surround myself with people who are accepting of trans people. That's who I want to be friends with. We have lovely trans friends here on YouTube. My friend Ian is a weirdo. You can check out his channel. He often hangs out here in my chat, and he's a wonderful trans person and a wonderful friend as well. And he often talks about these issues and about about basically the trans experience and things like that. And it's really interesting. I always like to get different people's perspectives because obviously he identifies as a man, so you know, uh, I'm totally different, of course, but it's important when you're learning, I think, to check out different perspectives and to see that our minds are really just um, individual. We're all individuals. We're not a copy paste of trendy things like a lot of people accuse us of. We're very diverse. We're very diverse. We're very different from one another, but we're forming a very big, loving community. And I couldn't be more happy about my lovely trans friends who are very supportive of me and accepting of me. I try to be supportive and accepting of them. So, because that's how it works, you know, you give love and support to people. That's how you form a community. That's how you form a loving, supporting environment where people feel safe and people feel welcome. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that and hate a little bit on weird people. So, people who are trying to dismiss, destroy, or change us because they don't approve of what we do. That will never be okay. It will simply never be okay. I will not stand for it and accept it. So yeah, I was just like, yeah, no, it will never be okay to dismiss people's rights just because you have good intentions. Personally, I will never tell anyone not to eat there, but I don't. It's never gonna justify what they're doing. That's what I said, and from that he took uh, from that I got a response that yeah, stop threatening people and calling them evil. Yeah, he said calling them evil. I don't even have the word evil in my comment. Interesting. Someone is tormenting me or projecting on me. Someone's a Christian. He said in his next comment, He said, I don't approve of their politics either, but you should stop dismissing them because of their current beliefs. Okay, what am I supposed to dismiss them about then? The fact that they're a soulless corporation trying to make millions of dollars out of the health of Americans? That's a fast food place. I could find 1,000 ways to dismiss them. Other than that, my dear, I don't need uh to go very low. You know. Uh, okay, sure, not as bad as McDonald's. That could be argued because McDonald's has not taken an anti-trans position. Not that I know of, anyway. They're supportive where I live. So I don't know. Maybe it's different. Probably in countries where homophobia and transphobia are more widespread. Some places are like that. There are some countries where you cannot be openly queer. You will get unalived for it. So maybe that in those countries they're a little bit more discreet about support, but in my country is different. I'm in Canada, so yeah. So yeah, that guy was just so weird. I just don't get him. He used to be in my Facebook friends. He unfriended me because I'm trans after seeing what he said to me today. So yeah, it's just amusing. It's funny. That post is wild. People are just calling each other kids and child childish people. Oh, someone supports Chick-fil-A. Oh, good for you. She says it's the best customer service she's ever experienced. Yeah, that's because you're cishet, my dear. I would probably not get a very good service there. Not with the side cut, you know. I'm not even gonna look at what the guy replied to me. But yeah, people are weird. People are just weird. Oh yeah, this is the Sam I was working on earlier. I'm gonna post that in my community tab because right now you're just gonna see a weird flash on the screen. So I'm just gonna post it real quick. I'm gonna see what we can do. La la la. Oh, there we go. If you wanna look at it more clearly, it's on my community tab right now, so feel free to look at that. Right now, I'm just waiting for a a deposit from Etsy because need funds. No, just kidding. But yeah, I'm waiting for a deposit from Etsy. They took they took $50 out of it. Some of it were my monthly fees, I think. But yeah, they take a huge percentage, and so $50 off of that. It's yeah. Woohoo! My money got deposited. I got it now. Yay! And we're gonna pay a tiny, teeny part of a bill. Where I always do that. I give the cents, like the under dollars, whenever I have an uneven amount of money in my account. I put the cents on a bill or Well, usually I pay off my credit card with that. So like it's very small amounts, but every time I make a transaction or receive money, I always put like the last decimals on something else. That's how I pay off my things. My credit fees were lower. That's great. I didn't get really big credit fees. Because obviously they canceled my credit card. So I just have to pay it off now. But yeah, if you want to help out with money, a lot of you have already, and I'm the most thankful human being for that. But yeah, all the links are up there in the chat right now. They're in the description as well. Oh dear. People are just pissing me off. Not about that, about the Facebook thing. But I just wanted to acknowledge that some of you have been the loveliest, kindest people, most supportive ever. And yeah, you all are very important to my heart. At the beginning of last month, I was in such a struggle. I wasn't really eating, and the food supplies were dwindling down. I was like trying to keep enough to be reasonably eating. Yeah, it wasn't so much, you know. But with the help of lovely people, I was able to grocery shop, get myself food, and pay a few bills. So I'm really thankful for that. Well, not a few bills. I paid off one bill. I paid off a little amount of money off one or two bills. But regardless, that was a significant help you guys gave me. So I do want to thank you for that. All right, I just have a few more decreased rows. I always mess up that word, don't I? We have some people coming in and leaving. Welcome in if you're new here or you're just checking out YouTube. Hello. We are making a kitty right now, a zombie kitty. It's one of the links in the chat. I don't remember which ones because I posted a bunch of them. But this is a neon yellow zombie cat. And that's what I'm making right now. Once I'm done with the body, I will be finishing up and probably going off stream and going to bed because it's late right now. It's like 10. It's 10 p.m. Oh, hi, Mr. Yarndall. Oh, oh, that's awesome. I'm glad it made it. Everything made it in one piece. That's cool. Let me know when you get your package. I sent you a package as well because Don told me that you didn't want me to send the hooks and instead you wanted a zombie kitty. So I sent you some stuff. So it should get here soon. I think I put it in the mail like this Monday or something. It should get here. It's been a long day. You just got off work. Oh, oh, but thank you so much for that. I'm so thankful. That warmed my heart so much. And I'm sorry you had such a tough day. I hope you get to rest. I hope you get some good rest tonight. It's been a long day over here as well. I finished a Sam plushie, and now I'm just finishing up the body to a yellow little kitty here. And after that, I'm probably gonna head off to bed. 'Cause I'm all over the place today, and yeah, it's been hectic. I went to the post office. I went to a bunch of places. Basically, I stayed home, but I did a lot of stuff besides the post office. I mean. All right, we're just stuffing the head. Earlier, I was just complaining about a bunch of annoying people on social media. So you missed that, which is good because it was not a fun time. But sometimes you just need to vent and like laugh it off or just complain for a bit, so that's what that was. I use these to stuff my plushies sometimes. Just when I have too much of it. These are just yarn scraps, like tiny little pieces of yarn, leftover yarns that are too short to do anything with it. So I stuff. And what you do, because you don't want them to show through, is you do a layer of the polyester filling, the white stuff I have over here. You take that and you do a coat like all around the plushie, so all the edges will be lined with this, and then in the center you put the colorful stuff. It's just so it doesn't seep through the stitches, really. But there we go, and now I can just make another row to tighten it up, and yeah. I ate some apples today. I have a bunch of apples, and I'm tired of making applesauce. I had a hyperfixation on that for a little while, but I'm just basically tired of waiting for the apples to cook. So I've just been eating the rest of my apples sliced up and been putting cinnamon on them or salt, because which I talked about in an earlier stream, but sliced up apples with some salt on it is one of my favorite childhood snacks. My mom would make these to me all the time, so yeah, so that was just something good. So I have like 3 or 4 apples left, something like that, which is not even enough to make applesauce anyway, so they're probably gonna be a meal tomorrow. Oh, yes. Peanut butter on apple slices is a very popular one as well. It's not my favorite thing in the world. I've never really liked peanut butter that much. I like it on toast, but it has to be melted for me to enjoy it. And one thing I did as a kid, my stepmom showed me, is putting honey and peanut butter on a piece of toast and just like mixing the two. And that was good. That was quite good. But at some point, it got too sweet, and I got basically incapable of eating it more because it was too much sugar I tend to be really easily put off by sugar. It's too heavy. It becomes too heavy really quickly. Usually, like, I'll eat a few candies or a few sugary things, and I'll be like, well, that's it for me. And sugary drinks as well. I can have like a few sips, and then I'll be like, that's enough for the day. I leave the sugary drinks to others. Unless it's tea or something. I do like fruity flavored tea, but I don't put sugar in my tea. I rarely put sugar in anything. I don't even put sugar in my applesauce, really, because I like it better when it's just the apples, and the natural sweetness of the apples makes it sweet enough for me. So we're just talking cooking right now and stuffing some plushies. But I'm happy to be making the yellow one. It lacked in the collection. I have a green one, but not the yellow yet. And this is the old yarn when it was still Craft Smart before it got changed to loops and threads. The quality has gone up quite a bit, let me tell you. Look, there are some like bumps in the yarn. Here, you can see here. There's a bump, and that is like some parts that weren't properly um like twisted together. Oh, okay. I think I've stuffed this properly. Let's just see. Oh, I have a bunch of it here needed. Ah, there you go. There we go. Now, now I'm done stuffing this. It's it's squishy, not firm, because that's my preferred consistency. I'm trying to save up to save some of my stuffing. So I used to overstuff my plushies quite a bit. I'm trying to be a little bit um less heavy-handed. One, two, three, four, five, and six. Well, I said six. Stop it escaping. There we go. Good. Now I can snip, snip, and we are done for the day. Weaving the yarn back into a ball. And there we go. We are done with this little ball of yarn. Probably gonna have to use a full skein for the rest of the plushie, but at least we got that little bit used up, and I can make a project with this small tiny little leftover balls of yarn. I could make like an entire kitty with them that would be rainbow. I kind of want to do it. I kind of want to do a rainbow kitty body and like match up the colors of the ears and the paws and everything to wherever they'd be situated on it. So I do want to do that. Oh, great. My roommate is back. Ah, I was hoping to go to bed before he came back, but I guess I wasn't quick enough. Oh, well. What can you do? Ah, because whenever I'm up, He makes like a bunch of noise. Anyway, I'm just knotting these. Just want them to be really, really solid. There we go. And we're done. Hmm. This is it. This is the yellow one. I know that the neon doesn't show properly on camera. This isn't like banana yellow. This isn't light yellow. This is bright neon. If you want to know what kind of neon it is, I will put it in the chat right here. Just a second. This is the first color that comes up when you click the link. This is the neon yellow. And that is the kitty I'm doing right now. And I have another one, purple, because I don't have my shop display anymore. I sent that on its way. And the purple is thicker, as you can see. This is a tiny little kitty, and this is a medium little kitty. And sometimes it happens, just the gauge is different a little bit. She's okay. It's okay. But it annoys me slightly that this is the case. But yeah, we have the tiny little baby and the big baby. I don't know if you can see how different they are, but like it has at least an inch more. And this is the same pattern. This isn't the medium pattern. This is the small. But yeah. Oh well. I guess that skin I used was just a little bit thicker, which sometimes it happens with lower quality yarns. So anyway, thank you everyone for joining. I'm gonna go now. I'm really tired. So I hope you all have a good day, good night, and I hope you get some rest, Mr. Yarndall. You deserve that. So thank you everyone. Bye.